Okay, so the first chapter that we're going to be talking about is chapter 1, and I'm actually only going to go over a couple of sections in this chapter because some of it, or well, a lot of it, is stuff that you guys should already know or have learned at one point in time. So this chapter should be fairly easy for everyone. Um, there is one section that I will make a video on, and it's not something that you'll be tested on, but if you need a refresher on the math that we'll be using in this course, then I suggest you watch that. That'll be on section 1.4, which is just the basic math that you'll need in order to complete problems in this class. So we'll go ahead and get started on chapter 1, which is chemistry in our lives in your textbook. So the first thing that we'll talk about is just the definition of chemistry. So chemistry is the study of the composition, structure, properties, and reactions of matter. And matter is anything, well, basically everything around you, as long as it takes up space and has a mass, then it's considered matter. So everything around you is matter. You are matter, your computer's matter, and the air around you is also considered matter. So that's just a brief definition of what chemistry actually is, but we'll get more into that as the semester goes along. So the next section is about the scientific method. So the scientific method are steps that are taken to produce a reliable result in order to answer a specific question. So a lot of times scientists observe something and then they want to be able to answer a specific question about their observation. So we'll go through a little bit of an example of something that you might do every day, and you're actually doing the scientific method when you come across a problem like this. So let's say that you wake up one morning and you observe that you lost your cell phone. So then you kind of retrace your steps and you think that you put it in the pocket of your pants, or you left it in the pocket of your pants. So your hypothesis is that your phone is in your uh, jeans pocket. Let's see. The computer's being a little slow right now. So that's your hypothesis. And the hypothesis is a statement that potentially answers your observation here. So then, in this case, your experiment would be to check your pocket. Now, let's say you check your pocket and your phone isn't there. So then you're going to have to go back through this cycle and come up with another hypothesis or a new hypothesis. So let's say now your hypothesis is that maybe it's in your backpack. So you can go through these steps several times in order to come to a conclusion, which would be the final step, and that would be step 4, is to conclude. Sorry, I'm kind of running out of space there. But once you go through these steps and you figure out where, well, in this case, where your phone is, then you conclude whether or not your hypothesis is supported. So if you support your second hypothesis, so we'll call this hypothesis 1 and hypothesis 2. If you support your second hypothesis, then you conclude that you left your phone in your backpack, for example. So that's just the brief introduction to chapter 1, and that's really all we're going to talk about from this chapter, other than the review video that I will upload over the next few days and that you guys can watch whenever you get a chance if you feel like you need some refresher on the math for the course. So if you have any questions about this section, just email me and I will get back to you as soon as I can.